Welcome back guys, Harry here, known as Tradesharpe, and in today's video we're going to talk about a simple 15-minute trading strategy, a simple price action strategy in 3 steps, right? So there's going to be 3 steps, and I want to focus on a way to tell you guys how to have an approach to the market, because there's so much information out there, but I want to show you that simplicity in trading is actually going to pay you long term. So I'm going to set you up with one entry style that we see happen a lot in the market, and then hopefully this one entry strategy is going to help you, give you a boost, and can take you from the next step and the next step from there. So if that sounds interesting, definitely advise you to enjoy the video. And yeah, with that being said, let's get into it. Now, as always guys, you guys know the drill. If we could all leave a like on the video, really does help. Hate to say it, but part of the game. Down below in the description is only my official links. Don't follow any other links. You can drop me a follow on Instagram. It's a great spot. I definitely post a lot of value there. You can join the free Discord as well to keep updated, join a community to chat and all of that stuff. So with that being said, let's get straight into the video and I'll catch you on the charts. All right, so let's get into it here. So step number 1 is going to be for this strategy, we need to mark support and resistance. Okay, so how are the steps? I'm going to lay out the steps for you right now. Step number 1 is going to be able to mark up support and resistance. Step number 2 is going to find our trading zones and buyers. And step number 3 is going to be the entry. So 3 steps, very, very simple. And there's only going to be one entry type, only one specific thing you're going to look for. And that's basically it. So what I want you to do, and now this is something that's going to take practice, is marking your support and resistance, because this is going to start from the daily time frame. You don't have to start from the weekly time frame. You can start from the daily time frame on this, because we expect short-term time frame moves. But the reason we need to mark support and resistance is because we need to be able to identify if we're going into any form of support or any form of resistance. So let's scroll back here and take this example, and we would do our top down. So we'd start on daily, you mark the bodies here, right? That's your daily resistance. Next, you'd go down to 4 hour, you would find your 4 hour support and resistance. So you'd mark here your resistance by always following most recent resistance. And don't worry if this line crosses through the middle. We need to know that, because that's why we do the higher time frame analysis, because if we jump on the lower time frame and candles are crossing through, it looks like there's nothing there, but on the daily time frame it's a strong resistance. So that's exactly why we do it, and always take most recent support and resistance, right? So if you want an in-depth video, I recommend to go watch my separate video on support and resistance. Now this is the best thing with this video. Every single thing I talk about here, it's not like, okay, go buy my course to find out. No, there is supporting videos, but I want you to just take this approach. So you're going to come to the markets during a session, either London session or NY session. Okay, that's an extra step. So you need to be trading in the session time, 1 hour before and 1 hour after. That's your window. Okay, come to the charts, you mark your support and resistance, most recent, all the way down. You do that on the 4 hour, you go to the 1 hour, and the entries are going to be done on the 15 minutes. So you're going to find your 15-minute support and resistance. So let's take this example today. Here's my 4 hour, my 15-minute resistance is here, my next 15-minute resistance is here. Now, before doing that step, you need to find what direction is the market going to go, and this is known as bias. The simplest way, okay, and for the simplicity of this strategy, we're only going to look for one bias. We're either going to look, you can trade during mixed bias, but for the simplicity and keeping this as a basic strategy, you're only going to take the trade when there's a bullish or bearish bias. And how are you going to identify that? You're going to identify that by looking how the previous daily candle closed here. So if previous daily candle is closing bearish and previous 4 hour candle is closing bearish, that will equal a bearish bias. Means today you only look for sells. So that means you don't need to be marking your resistance, because today you're only looking for sells. So you just need to be marking the levels that you expect price to go down to, because you're only looking for the downside direction. So let me repeat that again, but for the bullish side. So if the previous daily candle closed bullish, right, and the previous 4 hour candle closed bullish, right, we're talking about previous, before your session. If those two have closed bullish, that is going to equal a bullish session, right? That means your bias is bullish. You should only be looking for buys. I have made an indicator that makes it simple for you. That indicator will pop up here. You can see it is showing bullish session here, right? Because those candles, this candle has not closed. Once it closes, it will change to mix, but you can use this indicator by typing Tradesharpe session bias just to help you out with this, all right? But I do recommend you understand how this works, okay? So let's say we have a bullish bias. So that we've done step number 1, step number 2. We've marked up our charts relevant. So let's say today we are bullish. We're only looking for buys. Means I'm going to mark all of my buying resistances, right? So that means I need to, if we are here right now, I'm going to mark this resistance right here on the 15, because remember the entry is going to be taken on the 15. It's the same resistance on the 30 and the same resistance on the 1 hour, right? Also this resistance up here. So the next resistance I'm going to mark here. Since today is a bullish session, right? We can see bias says bullish, means I'm only looking for buys. So where my buy is going to come, your buys are going to come above a resistance. But what do we need above that resistance? We need one thing that is super important, which is going to be an LTA, which stands for low traffic area or lobster trading area, all right? And what we need is we just need a clean candle trading zone. Don't know where that name LTA comes from, but I call it my trading zones. Now we need clean candles. You can see these are clean candles. There's no resistance or support. It doesn't look like this where we have a support here and a resistance here. That's not a clean trading zone. Does not look choppy like this. Does not look like this. No, it's clean. From here to here is clean, squeaky clean. You can see there's nothing obstructing price from going up. And if today price is bullish and we expect price to go up, we know that this zone should have no friction, right? So low friction zone, right? Basically what it means is it's clean candles, because if price was able to move clean in the past, we can expect a clean move in the future here. So now we're starting to piece things together, right? Recap, always going to recap. As I said, you'll need to watch back this video, watch the supporting videos. Step number 1, we're marking the charts from daily time frame down. Good thing is stick to the end of the video, because I'm going to show you this all in action on a backtesting software so you can see it all work together, right? So we mark daily time frame down. We then go from daily, 4 hour, 1 hour, 15 minute is entry. We find bias. If bias is bullish, means we only need to mark our resistances because we expect price to go up. Then we find our trading zone. Where is there clean candles? If there's no clean candles here, you have to go find. That means our buying zone will only be here, right? And if price doesn't get to here by the session end, then that's it. No trade. Simple as that, right? Remember, we're focusing on one clean thing. And now the last step is going to be the entry requirements, okay? And the entry requirements is very, very simple. All it's going to be is we need a 15-minute candle closing bullish in our trading zone, like this, closing above. We need the next candle to then break the high, and you can take the entry to the next resistance. Stop loss will go below the candle that closed below, okay? So I have a free price action PDF that shows the setup, which is setup number 1. All right, so I have a free PDF which is in my Discord in resources, and this is showing you exactly how the setup should look. We need a resistance. We need price closing above that resistance. That resistance can be made from the day before, can be made from a week before, no problem. And we need price then breaking the high, going to the next zone, right? And that is setup 1. So you can use this. This is for free in my Discord, all right? Take advantage. Now, once you guys understand that, let's put it all together now. Right, so I'm going to be using here Pip Labs. This is our own backtesting software. This is a great way for you guys to practice as well. So you guys can practice this. You will see this says try for free. You can try it for free. No need to pay for it first. But I want to use this, and this is a great tool for making these videos now. Not only was backtesting a big part of my own trading, but now I can use it in these videos to give you guys even more value here, right? So this is going to be great for us in general here, because now we can give more value by showing you guys real life examples. All right, so step number 1, what is our markup, right? We need to go on daily time frame. So we can see daily time frames closing bullish here, okay? We have a daily resistance where all the way up here. We're not too worried about that. That's pretty far away. What's next? We go down to 4 hour time frame, right? 4 hour time frame is also bullish. Where is our 4 hour resistance? We are clean on 4 hour. No any resistance anytime soon. We look good here, right? So we don't need to mark anything, right? And what was bias? Look, previous daily closed what? Bullish. Previous 4 hour has closed what? Bullish. Means today is a bullish bias, okay? We need to remain above this resistance here. Now we go down to 1 hour. We go see what type of business we have. We can squeeze that up to here, no problem. 1 hour resistance is not only all the way up here. And once you can start marking these lines, right? You can put text on these lines. This is the way I like to do it, right? And you can mark this like I put 1 hour just so I know what I'm marking up here, okay? And now we're going to go down, right? Make sure it's in a session time. Look at the time, sessions. This is 1 hour before London, right? So make sure you're in a session time here as well, all right? So make sure that is the case. Okay, now we go down 30 minute, see what's going on 30 minute, clean zone. Looks like we have a trading zone, bias is bullish. We have clean candles, right? Clean trading zone, and we have a markup. So now we need something to close above on the 15-minute time frame, okay? So we're gonna skip to, look at this. What have we found on the 15? We have found a resistance here. So that means we're gonna need something closing above this resistance to fill this clean zone and for us to get a trade. And that is going to be how it works, because that's our resistance. We're entering on a 15. We need something closing above here. Clean candles, bias is bullish, should work out, right? So I'm just gonna skip until we get that, okay? I'm gonna skip by 15-minute candles till we get a close above. Nothing's closing above, it's creating a range, and boom, that's your close above there. You can see we have clean candles to the next zone here. We have a close above, and that's gonna be your entry signal here. New order, very simple, breaking the high. Stop loss gonna go where? Below the lows here. TP is going to be where? Well, your first TP should be always the next resistance. Okay, but we can see this is a previous resistance. We crossed through it once. This is a minor resistance, so max TP is actually going to be all the way up here at this next resistance up here. That's max TP. Okay, going to be something like that. But obviously we have this zone to watch, so we can make a decision to see what price does and reacts at this zone. The main thing is getting into a profitable position, right? So that's basically how it's going to work. We're going to press confirm here. I'm on a 10K account, risking 1% here. I can, put that to 2%, no problem, right? And we're just gonna press confirm here, and we can just press play here to watch the candles and see what happens. So we get triggered here into this trade. I would prefer a bottom wick here, so it just made a tiny bottom wick. You saw it go red. So I would normally wait for the bottom wick first, yes. So this bottom wick first, I would wait. So once this bottom wick was made, I should have said that first, but it's okay, we're in the trade already. So I would have waited for this bottom wick. Now when it reflips and breaks its high, that would have been a better entry here to avoid drawdown. So now I would have been in after the bottom wick has been made. Now, drawdown is going to be part of the trading, so don't worry about that. But yeah, forgot to mention that, but we're still okay because the bottom wick was made. So you do want the bottom wicks here, right? So we can just continue playing this, right? And see what happens. We're in nice profits now. Getting up here, and yeah, we can speed this up just to make this video a little bit faster here, see if we can get into some good profits here. You can see our P&L running here, running around, what's this, $70 here, $80, about 1% now on the account already, looking great, almost 2% here. So we're tapping into that 1 hour zone. You see a little bit of rejection, so we can not be greedy here, and if this flips, yeah, we can close and we can make 1% on our account. I do think this will continue here. Retested it nicely, but just to make this video fast, that's it. Boom, nice little trade, giving you 1% on your account. As you can see, we made 147, so almost 1.5% on the account here. Yeah, nice little trade here, just as London opened, gave us the push here. And that's basically setup one, guys. That is the strategy here. And yeah, we can practice like that. And yeah, let's see how this would have continued. So I'm just going to skip a few bars here just to see how this would have worked out. Yeah, I think the close was good. That rejection might have put you off. But yeah, max TP was hit eventually, which you can leave, close half, leave a runner. But keep this video nice and short, 1%, 1.5%. You can close, get on with your day. That's a classic setup, man. That's probably one of the easier examples like this, just to make things very clear for you guys. But this is what we look for, and that's a very, very nice way to take it using bullish bias. Now, you won't get this trade like 100 times. You won't get it every single day because we're following very specific rules. But when it comes like this, it's a very high probability setup. You can see that it has 75-85% win rate here. But the exact rules of bullish bias, very clean zone, no obstruction, that's a textbook, what we call textbook setup. You might get those maybe once a week or something, twice a week to get something super perfect. Otherwise, you'll have to become a little bit more advanced, which is why I recommend you watch my other videos. You can join my stream as well to see how we can still get in moves when it's not as clean as this, when we have some small resistances. It's exactly what I discuss in my group with the guys. we base all our setups off of this stuff, but there's some other things that we can expect volume to push through zones. We can look to get 2 zones and push through. So this is it only gets better from here. That's all I'm saying. You can only get better from here. This is the fundamental. And yeah, if you want to try this for yourself on the backtesting software, just to try it out, you can try the demo version. Link is in the description, and you're always welcome to purchase it if you want access to all of the data, all of the pairs, and to save your simulations, etc. So with that being said, I hope this video helped. I hope that the example was good and everything was clear. With that being said, take care, trade sharp, and hopefully catch you guys very, very soon. Peace.